In my previous video, I was talking about a very basic skill that required for UI designers. So in today's topic, I am going to talk about the skill sets that required for the UX designers. So let's get started. Hello all, I am Rambal from Aspira. Happy to see you again. In today's topic, I am going to talk about the skills that required for the UX designers. This is not a basic skills. I am going to talk about the general skill sets. The first skill is curiosity. Being an UX designer, you have to have the curious enough to engage with your clients, users, and your teams. So always you have to ask the right questions, insightful, meaningful questions, and you have to try to learn something from them. You should not think about this is already. So I know this project already. I am working on this project earlier. So I have a prior experience. So I know everything. So don't go with I know everything attitude. What will happen most of the time you may see the failure. The reasons are very simple. The user behaviors are different on each and every brand relationship. So each and every brands, if they are coming with a new product development, and even though if you are working for earlier similar kind of a project, your users are different. So their behavior is also a little bit different. So you need to learn those. So for that you need to have the curiosity. So that only you can be able to ask the insightful, meaningful questions. You have to engage the users, engage the clients, engage the team members to get more feedbacks, inputs from them. The second important skill is empathy. So being an UX designer, you need to understand other people from their perspectives. So that is what empathy always insists. So you have to be empathized enough to wear their shoes and seeing the problem from their perspectives. So each and every product, the users are unique and their experiences are unique. So you need to have the empathetic approach. You have to try to understand your user, their behaviors, attitudes, and their motivations. So this is all comes from the empathetic approach. So you have to understand more from your users and you have to start thinking from your user perspective. So not as a UX designer perspective. So you are working around somewhere around 10 to 20 products, already you have a very good experience. That all you can able to claim, but here in user experience design, your users are unique. So each and every product or the project, the users may vary. So you need to understand your users and you have to understand their motivations, their behavior and their attitudes. And you have to working on the solutions from their perspective, not from your perspective. The third important skill is communications. If you want to become a successful UX designer, you must have the communication skill. Communication skill is not necessary to speaking in English or Hindi or Tamil or whatever the language. Communication is you have to convey that information to your clients or your teams or your users. So they have to understand what you try to convey to them or communicate to them. So that is the communications. You are going to interact with these three set of people. So you have to communicate to these people in a proactively and you have to coordinate with them. So you have to clear enough to convey your informations to them and also clear enough to collect the informations from them. So this is one of the important skill for the successful UX designers. So don't worry about it. I don't know English. I am knowing only Hindi or I know only Tamil. So it's not matter what kind of a project that you are going to involve and what kind of a people or what kind of a language the people they know and whether you can able to communicate with them. So this is what you have to understand. In that perspective, you have to working on it. So you have to improving your communication skills accordingly. The fourth important skill is collaboration. Graphic design industry is recognizing more into the individual's creativity. But when it comes to the UX design, you have to collaborate with many different teams. So you have to collaborate with your product managers, understand their perspectives, what kind of a directions they want to take it forward to the product, and you have to understand your client. So what are their requirements and what are their business goals to be achieved through this product. So these all you have to be understand. And the next one, the thing you have to working on with your UI design team and your UI development team. So what are the informations that you gather from your users and you are working on the solutions? Everything has to be thoroughly going to this UI design team and your UI development team. So you need to collaborate with them, everybody in a various aspects, and you have to get things done. So if you want to become a very successful UX designer, you have to be a collaborator. So you have to collaborate with each and everybody, right? So this is a senior level. Suppose I am a junior level. Junior level also, you need to collaborate with your team for various purposes. You have to generate ideas, working on user flows, working on empathy mapping, or working on personas, or analyzing the data, right? Collecting the research data, and you have to analyzing in various aspects. You have to collaborate with your team members. So you cannot do it everything on alone, and you cannot take a decision by your own. So you have to be collaborate with everybody. So this is one of the important skill for a UX designers. The fifth important skill is being neutral. If you want to become a successful UX designer, you have to be neutral. So neutral is a very, very crucial state in our life. We cannot be always in neutral. Most of the time we are into the positive side or the negative side. But we have to be in the middle, and we have to be in neutral, and we have to evaluate and we have to analyzing and evaluating that information that we got from various resources, and we have to take a decision in a neutral manner. So I can understand our client is enforcing to implement this kind of a feature, and our users are demanding for these some kind of a functionalities, right? But we have to take a decision very wisely. We have to be neutral. So if you are a neutral and you have to prove everything with the analytical and logical data, then your product will be successful. So you are also become a successful UX designer. So these are the 5 major skills that you required if you want to become a successful UX designer. So there are a number of skill sets that required for the UX designers. I am going to talk about those skills later. Alright, so I hope you like this topic, and if you have any queries, you can leave your queries on the comment section. So I will be catching you with another interesting topic very soon. Until then, bye-bye.